KD9GDY listening.
K9GDY, this is K9G Shaw. We'll be starting the net here in about 3 minutes.
I'll get checked in there in a little bit. KD9GDY standing by for net.
Okay, we'll begin underway here in about 2 or 3 minutes. K9G Shaw record. KD9MED, KD9MED, K9G Shaw. Start recording. Okay, well, let me know who they are during the net and we'll check them in. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to this special Thanksgiving edition of the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport, and I'll be your net control station this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is providing an on-air blinking place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody is welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 minus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or if the PL on your radio is not working properly, you can check into the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency, the straight 610 simplex. If I hear you, I will acknowledge you and check you into the net. Oh, I just want to mention one thing. This net is being recorded for future rebroadcast on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Also, it is being live streamed around the world on the internet. So, if you are hearing this net, if you wish to check in, let me know. Let Brian. I can't even talk tonight. Let Mike at KD9MED Don Rochelle. He's recording and streaming. Please let him know, and he'll relay your check-in to me. Also, if you're out in the sticks, if you can hear the repeater but you can't get into it due to conditions, or else you're too far away from it, or the weather is bad, give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FN-FN, 232-3636. Local Freeport number, I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio first. Okay, I want to be careful not to talk about the repeater. I have an announcement to make. It is my sad duty to report that we've had another ham radio operator pass away. As soon as we get done with check-ins, and I only found out this information last night from Richard N9CO in Belvedere. He called me on the phone. As soon as we get done with check-ins, we will pay a tribute to this ham who passed away after a long illness. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We'll take check-ins. First, we'll take check-ins from, if you have short time MOA stations. If you have a short time, you got something else going on, you have family time, you're concentrating on your driving, you can't stay for the net, we'll take your short time MOA check-ins. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. Next, we'll do regular check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. Your traffic consists of breakfast, bike rides, marathons, or ham fests. This is K9RFD Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. Again, let me restate, after we get done with check-ins, we're going to do a tribute to a ham radio operator who passed away yesterday. So, okay, we'll do our regular features. We'll do the TechNet. If anybody have any questions, you have a problem with your amplifier or your power supply, what kind of antenna do you want to put up on your tower? If you have technical questions, please feel free to ask them, and we'll try to answer them for you. Then we'll do the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner, in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time he checked into this net, he always had a DX report. We'll have the swap net. You have items to buy, sell, trade, or want relating to hobbies, amateur radio, or computer. We'll do that. The topic tonight: how did your Thanksgiving day go yesterday? Now I'll ask the question: what do you have to be thankful for? We have a lot to be thankful for in this country. I definitely sure do during this past year. That's for sure. And I'm using red, orange, and green ink. Red for the cranberries, orange for the turkey or ham or the potatoes or what have you, then green for the salads. Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short time on MOA stations? I'd like to check tonight's net. Please go on now.
November 9, Golf Bravo Papa Greg in Rockford. Short time.
Short time tonight, Jimmy. I just want to wish everybody a belated happy Thanksgiving. KD9MED, Tom and Roscoe, short time, no traffic.
73 to everyone.
Okay, just a minute there. We got a major problem going on here. N9GBP, Greg and Robert got you checked in short time. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thank you for checking in. AC9GO, Larry, the outgoing rah-rah board president. I've got you checked in short time. You have a good evening and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thank you for checking in. All right. There are a couple more stations want to check in. Other stations, come back, please.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe, short time, no traffic.
Alpha 9, Victor Uniform, Michael in Janesville, 73 to all.
Kilo 9 Zulu India Papa, Joe in Janesville, short time, no traffic.
stand by here. AC9NW, Tom Roscoe, got you checked in. Thank you for checking in. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. AA9VU, Mike in Janesville, got you checked in, Mike. Thank you for checking in. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Joe, in Janesville, I want to get your call right. It's Kilo 9, Zulu, India, Papa.
Roger that.
Okay, I thought so, Joe. I wanted to make sure. Okay, thank you for checking in, Joe. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Any more short-time mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
K9KZT, Wary in Rockford. Short time, but hope to be listening.
W9JTC, gonna check in short time. Hopefully everybody had a happy overdose of the tryptoline or whatever it is that you get from the turkey there. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful time. 73s will be listening.
Kilo Delta 9, Quebec Victor Whiskey, Angelo in Harvard. I'll be short time tonight. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Okay, we've got 3 more stations checked in. K9KTT, Larry in Rockford, the King of CW. Got you checked in, Larry. Hey, if anytime you feel like jumping in, please feel free to do so. And thank you for checking in. And if I don't talk to you again, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. W9JTC, Jamie in Rockford, I've got you checked in. 73. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. KD9QVW, Angelo in McHenry and Woodstock. Got you checked in, Angelo 73. Have a good evening. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Any more short-time mobile stations would like to check in? Please call now.
Kilo Delta 9er, Mike Echo Delta, Mike and Rochelle. I got a internet check-in on Facebook.
Okay, go ahead with those check-ins, Mike.
Okay, we got Patrick checking in on Facebook tonight. His call sign is Kilo Foxtrot 9er Sierra Delta. Kilo Foxtrot 9er Sierra Delta. Patrick.
Oh, I know, Pat. He lives in Warren, Illinois. Sometimes he usually checks in on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. Well, thank you very much. That's great. He's able to get a hold of you on the internet. So thank you very much. Any more relay check-ins, internet check-ins, you just let me know. Thank you very much.
Roger.
Okay, I put down a little IC for internet check-in there. That's what we'll do. So, okay. Any more general check-ins? Oh, just a minute. We're still doing short time and mobile. Any more short time and mobile stations like to check in? Please call now.
KD9SBA mobile. I'll try to get back in later on this evening once I'm settled in at home. Happy Thanksgiving to all. KD9SBA.
KD9SBA, Matt, down in Ogle County. Okay, I got you checked in. If I don't talk to you, 73, have a good evening. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. But you're always welcome to recheck in, too. Okay. Any more short time and mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay, 11 short time stations. Now, that ain't bad at all. That's great. Okay, let's go with general check-ins. At this time, I'll take any general check-ins from Northern Illinois you'd like to check in. Please call now.
Kilo Delta 9er, Mike Echo Delta, Mike and Rochelle.
Okay, Mike, I did put you down, so okay, you're already checked in. Thanks. Okay, any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
K9JF, Jim Loves Park.
Okay, AE9GF, Jim in the Loves Park. Got you checked in, Jim. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, one more time for any general check-ins from Northern Illinois who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now. Okay, let's see if we can get any check-ins from Southern Wisconsin. Any general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
89GDY, good evening, Jimmy. And I graduated from Orfordville. Name is Jim. 9GDY. Okay, sounds good, Jim. We got you checked in. Oh yeah. First of all, Norm, K9RGG in Orfordville, got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes round table. Thank you for checking in. KD9RGDY. Thank you for checking in. Jim will get back to you a few minutes round table. Okay. Any more general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, if somebody trying to check in, come back. All I got was a mic click. Well, even though it's the night after Thanksgiving, this is still Friday Night Fish Fry night in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, or tavern, either a catfish, buffalo, carp, bullhead, northern pike, walleye, muskie, or crappie. Those of you in the Milwaukee area are eating your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and Braunschweiger. Of course, you cheese lovers read some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. Won't be too long until those lakes up there in your state are frozen solid. You guys take your pickup trucks, your shelters, your shanties, your generators, your TVs, your food, and your beer and what have you, and you can cut those holes in the ice and do some ice fishing. Don't forget to take your HCs with you so you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, at this time, I will take I can't even talk. I will take check-ins from anywhere in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin. If you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now.
KD9HKX, Larry and Roscoe.
K9HKX, Larry and Roscoe. Okay, Larry, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins from anywhere in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin? Friday Night Fun Net, please call now.
N9ZO, Jimmy. I got a free item when it comes to SwapNet.
N9ZO, Richard in the Belvedere. Okay, Richard, I've got you checked in. We'll get ready to go here with the tribute here and a couple meds here, and we'll wait for your SwapNet traffic there. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, well, I don't have any traffic here. I'll tell you what let's do. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with the deepest regret that I announce the passing of Doug Lenhart, W9DDL. who passed away yesterday on Thanksgiving Day after a long illness. From what Richard, N9CO, told me on the phone last night, he was a long time a member of the ham radio community down in DeKalb County. As I thought of it, I was looking through my checking list to see whether or not I believe he did check in this net there a couple of times. I'll really look to see, but it's sad when somebody passes away, especially on a holiday. Okay, at this time, would anybody like to make any comments? Do we have any? Richard, I know you're there, but do you have any comments you'd like to make concerning Doug Leonard?
Well, Jimmy, I'll just wait until the obits come out, which could be in a day or two, but it's in Sycamore, so anybody that might be interested can look there. All I know is that he had a long illness. I don't want to speculate, so we'll leave it at that. He became a silent key.
Okay, sounds good, Richard. I understand. Let's see, anybody else in around Sycamore or the DeKalb area would like to make a comment concerning this individual passed away? Okay, at this time, I'm going to do a 1 minute all keys down moment of silence and a last call in honor of Doug Leonard, W9DDL, who passed away yesterday. We will now do a 1 minute all keys down moment of silence. W9DDL, K9GCL. W9DDL, K9GCL. No signal, 7-3. I never knew you, Doug, but I think you might have checked into this net for a couple of times. I'm trying to look at my log there. So, 7-3, thank you for your service to the ham radio community, and may you rest in peace. Okay, we just did a 1 minute all keys down moment of silence and the last call in honor of Doug Leonard, W9DDL, who passed away yesterday after a long and extended illness. For those of you who are new to the Friday Night Fun Net, when Brad Smith and I started this net back in 2008, it was about the same time the old Monday night Rockford area 2-meter net was going bye-bye. Diana White used NM9I used to run that net. Whenever she ran the net, if any ham radio operator passed away, she would do a 1 minute all keys down moment of silence in that person's honor. When Brad and I started the Friday Night Fun Net, we decided to keep this tradition going. Okay, let's go. I don't have any traffic for the net. Does anybody have any traffic they'd like to pass along for the net?
I might have some traffic since it's free.
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me a second. I got to bring it back on my phone. I touched the wrong button here. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, Jim, I guess I must have hit the wrong button and wiped it out, but anyhow, there's a fella down in Itasca that has free, make sure you understand that, he's got a 72-foot crank-up tower with a high-gain 40-meter M2 on it. It's got another antenna. It's got all the wiring. You got to take the antennas off the top. But he's already made arrangements to have the tower taken down and laying in the driveway for whoever wants it to load it up. I'll keep looking and see if I can come back up with a phone number for him and a call sign. Talk to you in a bit, Gene, if I can find it. N90.
Okay, thank you very much for that information there, Richard. If you get that phone number, please let us know. There might be somebody who be looking for a 72-foot tower. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on here. Does anybody else have any traffic you'd like to pass along?
KD9MED.
I'm back. I just found it. If you're okay with that.
Yeah, okay, Richard. By all means, go ahead.
The fellow's name is Gene. Call sign is Kilo 9 Romeo Foxtrot. He's in Itasca. What he has is a Tri-EX 72-foot crank-up, a Tri-Bander M2 KT34XA, a 40 channel 40 Yagi. It's a high gain 402BA, mass miscellaneous coax and control cables. You can contact Gene at 630-773-0939, and it's all free. He's moving, and he'll have the antennas got to be removed. Then he's moving the tower from the backyard to the driveway, has been arranged, and will then be available for pickup, and it's all free. N90.
Okay, Richard, thank you very much for that information. N90 is passed along some traffic. This is from Gene, K9RFD in Itasca, Illinois. He has a 72-foot crank-up tower. He's got to get rid of. He's got the antenna wiring and all the other stuff available. He's just got to take it down and move it to his driveway. The arrangements have already been made. If you want any of this tower or any of this equipment, you may contact him at area code 630-773-0939. I repeat, area code 630-773-0939. Anybody wants a 72-foot crank-up tower, give that individual a call and see what you can make some arrangements to get that.
And he also says it can be free separately or all together, so you don't have to take it all. If you don't want it all, you can take what you want. N90.
Okay, Richard, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, that was well, I know that was your swap net traffic, so we'll put it down. I got all the information written down, so thank you very much, Richard, and I'll get back to you and find out how your Thanksgiving went. So thank you very much. Mike, K9MED, were you trying to get back to me? Come on back.
Oh, concerning that crank up tower.
Yeah, copy that. I have the email pulled up here and all that information on the tower.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike. We sure appreciate this. Okay, does any other station have any traffic for the, we're in the traffic portion. Does anybody else have any traffic you'd like to pass along before we move on? Please go ahead. Okay. All right, let's do the, I'm trying to get my papers straightened out here. Okay, we're going to do the TechNet portion. Do you have any technical questions? What kind of antenna do you want to put up on your tower? Are you having a problem with your amplifier or your power supply? You have any technical questions? Please feel free to ask them, and we'll see if we can answer them for you. Does anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring up before the net? Okay, well that's good. Well that we'll move on then. Now we'll do the W9 Gene Duncan DX corner. This is in honor of our late great friend and colleague Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time you checked into this net, you always had a DX report. Does anybody have any DX reports they'd like to pass along? Please go ahead. Okay, well then I'll give you my DX report then. This past Sunday, I made a contact with a station out in Washington State. First time that I ever talked to anybody out there. He was in Western Washington State. This was it was on 14.271 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. The time was let's see. 21:20. It was about 3:20 our time, the local time. The call sign was Whiskey 7 Whiskey Alpha. Whiskey 7 Whiskey Alpha. He was giving me 5.9. He was, and I was giving him an 8.0. He was in Western Washington State, so I think he was participating in some sort of a contest. I tried to make contact several other stations with no luck. So okay, that's my DX report. Does anybody else have any DX reports they'd like to pass along? Okay. All right, let's go ahead with the, I'm trying to get my papers straightened out here again. Ain't that the way it goes? Okay. First, let's go ahead with the swap net. All IMC bought, sold, or traded must be related to the hobbies of ramp trading or computers. All IMC bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. You may mention the prices over the air, but any haggling should be done either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Okay, well, Richard NINGO gave his swap net traffic. Does anybody else have any swap net traffic they'd like to pass along? Okay, well, yours truly has the swap net traffic. I am looking for a rubber ducky antenna to put on my Radio Shack HTX202 and HT. The one that's working, it's kind of gave up its ghost, if you will. If anybody has one, please contact George, N9WSQ, and he wants to give it to me. Contact George, N9WSQ. At area code 815. Oh no, oh boy. Wouldn't you know it? I got the wrong number. I can't give out that number. But anyway, I'm looking for a rubber ducky antenna for my Radio Shack HCX 202. George has that at his QTH, and so if you need the one, if you know how to get a hold of him, you can contact him. Okay. Anybody else have any swamp net traffic? This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle, how did your Thanksgiving go yesterday?
KD9MED here. Hey, thanks for the question, Jimmy. Looks like so far everything's gone right and good, and got a chance to hang out with family. Got my son came in from Chicago, and it's nice to see him after a long hiatus, but he's doing real good. And so far everything's been good, you know, being with family. Gonna be going out again tomorrow night as well to visit the girlfriend's family as well. This is KD9MED, back to net.
Well, I'm glad your Thanksgiving went well. What do you have to be thankful for, Mike?
Well, it'll be family for sure. And getting together after not seeing some of my family in a while. So thankful for that, and thankful that I've got a good job that makes it all happen. This is KD9MED, back to net.
Okay, yeah, that's the most important thing in the world, to have a family. That's for sure. Okay, although we haven't gotten together for Thanksgiving in many years, and for the second year in a row, we will not be having a Christmas. So that's the way it goes. I'll be spending Christmas weekend will be just another normal weekend. So I'll be here hosting the Christmas Eve edition of Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, thank you for all you do there, Mike, and you hear any more internet check-ins, you let me know. All right. Hey, let's see. KD9JF, Jim, are you there, or did you check in short time?
KD9JF, good evening, Jimmy. Good evening, everyone on the net. No, I'm sticking around for a while. But as far as Thanksgiving, I just got in a couple hours ago. Had spent a few days down in Missouri visiting my daughter and my grandkids, and everyone is healthy, and everyone's bellies are full. My daughter made an excellent meal, and enjoyed that along with time with the grandkids, and I guess that's what I'm most thankful about. 3 grandchildren, all healthy, well, grandpas always think their grandkids are above average, but they're pretty good kids. So looking forward now to going back down, possibly see them around Christmas time for a day or two. But other than that, it was in the 50s while I was down there, so got back here to the colder weather. Probably going to work on Christmas decorations this year. So that's about it for me. And so this is AE9JF, back to net.
Okay, sounds sounds good. Thank you very much for checking in. Glad your Thanksgiving was a happy one. Okay, thank you for checking in. KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville. Standby hotline. Okay, that was Justin. K9FEO. They're checking in on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. He didn't realize what time it was, so okay, we'll put down a little HL for hotline check-in. Oh, okay, sounds good. Norm, KC9RGG in Orfordville. How did your Thanksgiving go yesterday, and what do you have to be thankful for?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Hey, Jim, I wanted to tell you, back when I was in high school, I had an old telephone, and I spray painted it red, and I called it the hotline. So, hey, I'm thankful for a wonderful wife, all my friends, and relatively good health. And I hope it all continues.
That's good. That's good. How did your day go yesterday? Did you have a good dinner?
Yeah, Jim. We cooked a chicken out on the Weber. It was just Carol and myself. We didn't want a leftover big turkey, so we did a chicken on the Weber, and it was just excellent. And I had another sandwich made out of it for this lunch today, so it was pretty good.
That's great. There's nothing wrong with chicken, cooking a big chicken on the grill. Nothing wrong with that, that's for sure. Okay, Norman, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I'll let you go so you can hit the sack. Thank you for checking in, and again, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
KC9GCR, KC9RGG, and Jim, yes, you're right, I'll be hitting the sack.
Okay, get buddy a shut-eye, Norm. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you for taking in. KD9GDY. Jim, how did your Thanksgiving go yesterday? What do you have to be thankful for?
Jimmy and everybody on the net, this is Kilo Delta 9 Golf Delta Yankee. Jim on the north side of Beloit. So anyway, yeah, I was just, I tried to throw a message in there to Norm that I graduated from Orfordville. So I know where Orfordville's at, that's for sure. Okay, anyway, we didn't do anything special for food yesterday because we have family in town here that had to be divided up with another family. So they went to the other family for Thanksgiving, so we had them today. So we gorged ourselves today with turkey and all of the fixings there. So it was wonderful. It was great to have to get together there, and so and we're truly blessed. That's all I can say. All our family was here in town, and it was wonderful to have them. So anyway, and then I want to resort back to within the last week here. We went up north to northern Wisconsin, a buddy of mine and myself, and did some deer hunting. I did manage to get a buck, so I was pretty happy about that. So that's all I got to report. No DX, but come January, I'll probably have all kinds of DX to report. So I'll be operating the K3Y quite frequently there. That's with the Straight Key Century Club, so Morse code. So we got a big event that lasts all month long. So I usually work all the continents and several countries over in Europe and Asia and all that good stuff. So we'll throw some good DX reports back to you there, Jimmy, come January. So hey, thanks for doing the Friday Night Fun Net. Back to you, KD9GDY.
Okay, sounds good. You're welcome. Thank you for checking in. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and we'll definitely talk to you next week or whenever. So, okay, we're looking forward to your DX reports this coming January. Okay, KD9HKX, Lori and Roscoe, what's going on with you? How did your Thanksgiving go, and what do you have to be thankful for?
KC9GCR, KD9HKX. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to everyone on the net. Had a nice Thanksgiving. It was just the wife and I. We fixed a small turkey, and we'll be working on that for a while. But that's all right because we like turkey. Unfortunately, all the goodies that go with it will play out before the turkey does. But that's neither here nor there. And I'm thankful for my family, of course, number one, and then I'm just thankful for life in general. Life is good, and that's an old cliche, but that's the way I feel. So I'll turn back to you, Jim. KC9GCR, KD9HKX.
That's, family, you bet. You gotta be thankful for them, that's for sure. So, okay, thank you for checking in. You have a good evening, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. We'll definitely catch you on the Monday night Rob our InfoNet. Richard, N9CO and Belvedere. Again, thank you for checking in and bringing that traffic. Then, okay, how did your Thanksgiving go yesterday, and what do you have to be thankful for?
Well, Jimmy, at our ages, it's just another day. We had a ham, some sweet potatoes, some green beans. Watched a lot of football, and I guess I would say I'm thankful that I get up every morning and I'm above ground. Whatever happens during the day, I'm still here to manage and take care of it. So, other than that, just another day at our household, N9CO.
You boy, ain't that the truth? You're definitely right about that. At our age, that's for sure. So I'll tell you what, I definitely got a lot to be thankful for. I'll let everybody know in a few minutes there. So I had to see if we get some more check-ins here, and now let everybody know how my day went yesterday. Richard, thank you for checking in. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. Have a happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. We'll talk to you down the log. That concludes my list. We have 8 more stations who like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net. You're coming home from your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. You've just come home. You just turned the radio on. You've been copying the mail for the last 45 minutes. This is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region without traffic police. Call KC9GCR. Boy, I'll tell you what, the net is sure kind of slow tonight. I don't know what happened to Ricky WX9RLT. I hope he didn't get a call from at the last metro to go to work. I hope nothing seriously happened. So, okay, well, anyway, okay, let me. Well, there was no DX report, so I will not bother to read the DX Code of Conduct or the contesters' Code of Ethics. So, okay, I'll tell you what, let's do. This being Black Friday, I got a radio nut joke, courtesy of Brad, the WW0S at the time. This guy's gone through so many call signs, it's pathetic. But here we go. You know you are a radio nut when you go to your local ham equipment stores instead of your local shopping malls on Black Friday. If you have a homemade radio nut joke you want to pass along, you can let me know. You can give me a call on the here on the radio or on the Friday Night Fun Net Central hotline. Area code 815-232-FN, FN 232-3636. Here's another one concerning Black Friday. This is from Rick, K9QDP. You know you are a radio nut when it's Black Friday and you realize that the filaments in your radio have gone out. Okay. Next week we'll start reading the Christmas radio nut jokes. Okay. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please go on.
KD9EPZ.
KD9EPZ. Good evening, Al. How did your Thanksgiving Day go yesterday? And what do you have to be thankful for?
I'm thankful that the good Lord decides to keep me above ground. That's what I'm thankful for. I was by myself yesterday. Back Monday, my home care aide went and made up the Thanksgiving dinners and picked it out in the portions. So she actually made me six individual Thanksgiving dinners. And so I've eaten one of them yesterday, and I've still got like five of them, and 4 or 5, or maybe I ate 2 of them. I think I got 4 of them left in the freezer still. So, anyone wants to come over and have a Thanksgiving dinner with me, I'll pull a couple of them out and throw them in the microwave.
Well, I'll tell you what, Al, there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Glad your day went well. I'll tell you what, for the last couple of nights here, I think Night Watch that was not coming in worth a hoot. I think Tuesday night they came in good, but Wednesday night and last night they didn't come in worth a hoot. So we'll see what happens. That depends on when I get done with the net, of course. We'll see if I can pick them up later on tonight.
440 hasn't been open last few nights. 2 meters was open pretty much earlier. I checked into the net and Racine, and they were giving me an S9 over here, so which is pretty good. They're from 83 miles.
That's great. Oh yeah, that happy hour net you were telling me about there.
Yeah, I try to check into that one as much as I can. It's a good net. Runs from 5 to 6. When I can get into that repeater. That repeater is really stretching the rubber band for me.
Oh yeah, I hear you. Hey, at least something to be thankful for. Be thankful for that you got your antenna back up to where it was before the derecho, and that you're able to get into some of these repeaters again. Of course, you got with your HF, you're making contact with stations you probably from unexpected places there.
Oh yeah, I've been doing some HF, not a lot. My dipole, well, my dipole seems to receive, but it won't tune up for transmit. And my end-fed will tune up, except well, I have to play around with it on 40. I don't know if it's my radio, but it's the antenna. It's the auto tuner, and the radio won't tune it on 40. It'll kick out. But if I go and just push the tune button so the tune comes back on, wherever it was able to get it to, it's got a passable notch. It's under a 1.5 to 1. Even though the ICOM don't like it. That's something you learn about these auto tuners and these ICOM. They want to see 1 to 1. They can't see close to 1 to 1. They'll show it as a fail. But if I go and tune up on 40 and then tap the tuner switch and turn the tuner back on, it's usable.
That's good to hear, Al. So, okay, hey, thank you for checking in. Glad your Thanksgiving went well yesterday, and you have a good evening, good weekend. Thank you for checking in. We'll definitely I'll talk to you down the log there. So thank you for checking in. Okay. Any more stations would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9GCRAA91.
KA9YE. Good evening, Dave in Broadhead. What is going on with you? How did your Thanksgiving go yesterday? That's what we're talking about tonight. How did your Thanksgiving go yesterday, and what do you have to be thankful for?
Oh, I gotta say I'm thankful for everything I got and all my friends, etc., etc. And Eleanor brought me, girlfriend brought me over. Boy, she can cook. She brought me mashed potatoes, dressing, gravy, squash, turkey, cranberries, baked a pie. I think I got enough leftovers to feed me for about 2 more weeks, Jimmy. It was very good. Anyhow, that's what I did on Thanksgiving. Besides watching about 3 football games. So.
Okay, well that's good to hear, Dave. Yeah. Well, let's see. Brandon K9LOA and I went out to the Semino's Little Italy restaurant here in Freeport. They had their Thanksgiving buffet. That's the first time I've ever eaten out there on Thanksgiving. Brandon had turkey. I had ham. I had the sweet potatoes, dressing. Let's see, potato salad, summer pasta salad, and a little fruit salad, and tall salad with Thousand Island dressing. Then for dessert, I had, of course, I had a biscuit with butter, and for dessert, I had cherry pie with whipped cream.
It sounds like you had a feast there, Jimmy, and that's really good. I'm glad you got to enjoy that. That sounds like a really good time.
That's for sure. And NBC Sports Chicago, yes, they had 2 baseball games, rebroadcast of 2 Chicago White Sox baseball games. Let's see, the game where they beat the Cubs 17 to 13 at the end of August, and with Carlos Rodon pitched that other game. Carlos Rodon pitched that no-hitter. He would have had a perfect game if he had not hit one batter in the 9th inning there. But I watched those 2 games. So and Marquee Sports Channel had a couple of Cubs games too.
Sounds like you had a good day, Jimmy. I'm happy for you. That's good.
You bet. And I listened to some old baseball games from many years ago. I used to record on the 8-track on the 8-track tapes there. So, okay, Dave, thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. You have a good evening, and we'll talk to you down the line.
Okay, Jimmy. I won't be around for another go-around, but I just remembered what night it was here, and they had an echo, so I wanted to check it. KC9GCRAA9173. Have a good rest of the night.
Sounds good. Thank you for checking in. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay. I'll give you. Well, I did give you my traffic. So okay, it's KC9GCR. Well, I'll tell you what. I have a lot of things to be thankful about. I'm thankful for my family, of course, but I'm thankful for everybody who were praying for me and supporting me during my battle with COVID this past spring. I especially for the Larry at Larry K9KCT and Rick K9QDP for like doing the right hand funded in my absence. And that was about it. I want to thank Richard N9CO, and I talked to him. I Richard was going to bring his HD, but something came up, so we got a hold of Kerry K9MED. He came to the facility in Belvedere. He dropped off the HD, and the nurses gave it to me. It had instructions on there, and also I want to thank him very much for what he did for me. Hopefully, Kerry will get back on the air soon. He will. He's just taking a break from ham radio, so that's what I have to be thankful for. So I appreciate it, especially for WX9RLT for what he does. I'm surprised he hasn't checked in tonight. He said he was going. I bet you something came up. So that's about it. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers. Let me reset. Thank everybody for your thoughts and prayers. I got my second booster shot this past Wednesday, so I'm fully vaccinated now. So we'll just see what happens. Again, to everybody, thank you. Are there any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
WX9RLT.
Oh, Ricky. I was wondering what happened here. I thought maybe you might have had to go to work or something like that. Okay. We talked earlier in the day. How'd your Thanksgiving go, and what do you have to be thankful for?
Yeah, I was planted over on 195 over there and forgot to flip over. Yeah, my Thanksgiving went pretty well, so I got to enjoy it with family, and, it's pretty much priceless, so learned a hard lesson, my parents passing, and, long story short, you don't realize a lot of things until it's gone, and, a lot of things in life we take for granted, and, like I said, we don't realize it until it's gone, so, I'm thankful for family and friends and everybody that's been there, and, well, also the food. So, got to eat a very well Thanksgiving dinner, so, I wasn't able to hear everybody's responses out there, but I'm sure, it's pretty much, probably the same. So good to hear, the ones I've heard so far out there, and hopefully you get some more check-ins in here shortly. So send it back to you, Jimmy, WX9RLT.
Okay, Ricky, sounds good. Well, Mike K9MED he's recording the net, so don't worry about it. You get to hear the whole thing there. So that's about it. It's kind of slow anyway. I think with the Thanksgiving, I suppose I usually get a good turnout anyway. But of course, with the holiday, probably I don't expect to get as many check-ins. But that's the way it goes. So. Okay, Ricky, thank you for checking in, and thank you for all you do. And I mentioned about you. Thanks to everybody for their thoughts and prayers during my recent battle with COVID. So that sounds good. Thank you, Ricky, and thank you for all you do too. Any more stations like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9AXD. Jimmy, check your microphone plug.
Okay, I backed away from my mouth. Is that okay?
Nah, there's something loose that makes it staticky, and it maybe that radio have one of those microphones that plug in like a telephone cord.
I can't tell. I'm assuming it does, but there's no way I can disconnect that microphone from this radio.
Okay, I just thought it was just plugged into the front. Because those connectors get dirty and they do what yours is doing.
No, I just it's connected like to you might as well see right to the corner of the radio. It wouldn't be to the front, but like I said, there's nothing I can do about it. Well, I'll tell you what. I could turn this off, disconnect the radio, and connect to my new radio, my ICOM IC2300H. Connect the main antenna to my ICOM IC2300H, but that might be rather lengthy process.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know that sometimes you get noisy enough that it can't make you out. So I just thought I'd let you know.
Okay, well, thank you very much for letting me know. Okay, I was backing away from the mic there. So okay, thanks, Al. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun? Please call now. All right. Now, we're going to do Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. This is really for the benefit of those ham radio operators who are getting and studying for their first ham radio license. By the way, our next VE testing session here in the Freeport will take place on Saturday, December 4th. That's a week from tomorrow. If you want to know more information about the testing, please contact Brand and KD9 LOA. So it'll take place at 12:30 p.m. at the Freeport Public Library. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. All right. First question. When is an amateur station required to transmit its assigned call sign? A. At the beginning of each contact and every 10 minutes thereafter. B. At least once during each transmission. C. At least every 15 minutes during and at the end of a communication. D. At least every 10 minutes during and at the end of a communication. When is an amateur station required to transmit its assigned call sign? A. At the beginning of each contact and every 10 minutes thereafter. B. At least once during each transmission. C. At least every 15 minutes during and at the end of a communication. D. At least every 10 minutes during and at the end of a communication. Does anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9MED, let's go with A alpha.
Mike, I'll tell you what. Sorry, that's not correct. Thank you for trying. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
K9EPZ, D Delta.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. When is an amateur station required to transmit its assigned call sign? The correct answer is D Delta. At least every 10 minutes during and at the end of a communication. 97.119A. Give your call sign at least once every 10 minutes during a contact and when the communication is finished. The communication can include contacts with several stations, such as during a net or contest. The ham radio license manual page 8-3. People, I want to say this. When a person misses a lot of questions or something, don't get on their case. Well, this is all in fun. This is really for the benefit of those people who are trying to get their first ham radio license. So just if you miss one or two questions, don't get on this case. Just next time you could be the ones screwing up. And this is all in fun. This is not a final examination. All right. Okay. Which of the following is a requirement for the issuance of a club station license grant? A. The trustee must have an amateur extra class operator license granted. B. The club must have at least 4 members. C. The club must be registered with the American Radio Relay League. D. All of these choices are correct. Which of the following is a requirement for the issuance of a club station license grant? A. The trustee must have an amateur extra class operator license grant. B. The club must have at least 4 members. C. The club must be registered with the American Radio Relay League. D. All of these choices are correct. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
Delta.
They come up at once.
Okay, I had two stations checking in at the same time. Rick, WX9RLT, you said D Delta. Let's give the other station. Another station trying to get in there. Other station, come back.
He is in Bravo.
K9EPC, Al, you are correct. Which of the following is a requirement for the issuance of a club station license grant? Correct answer is B. Bravo. The club must have at least 4 members. 97.5B2. Each club must have a licensed trustee who actually holds the club license and is designated by a club officer. Clubs must have at least 4 members and be organized as in Rule 97.5B. And read the license manual page 7-3. Alright. Okay. Now some of these questions I don't want to read some of these same questions every week, so I'm trying to find something different. Alright. Okay. What should be done when using voice modes to ensure that voice messages containing unusual words are received correctly? A. Send the words by voice in Morse code. B. Speak very loudly into the microphone. C. Spell the words using a standard phonetic alphabet. D. All of these choices are correct. What should be done when using voice modes to ensure that the voice messages containing unusual words are received correctly? A. Send the words by voice in Morse code. B. Speak very loudly into the microphone. C. Spell the words using a standard phonetic alphabet. D. All of these choices are correct. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KD9MED, let's go with C. Charlie.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. What should be done when using voice modes to ensure that voice messages containing unusual words are received correctly? Correct answer is C. Charlie. Spell the words using a standard phonetic alphabet. To help a receiving station copying a message exactly, proper names such as John Doe and unusual words such as material names or model identifiers are spelled out using standard phonetics. And read the license manual page 6-17. Alright. Just a minute. What frequency range is referred to as HF? A. 300 to 3,000 megahertz. B. 30 to 300 megahertz. C. 3 to 30 megahertz. D. 300 to 3,000 kilohertz. What frequency range is referred to as HF? A. 300 to 3,000 hertz. B. 30 to 300 megahertz. C. 3 to 30 megahertz. D. 300 to 3,000 kilohertz. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, people, if you know this, come on. Let's not depend on with 1 or 2 people to answer these questions. I'm going to read this question again. What frequency range is referred to as HF? A. 300 to 3,000 megahertz. B. 30 to 300 hertz. C. 3 to 30 megahertz. D. 300 to 3,000 hertz. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KD9MED, let's go with C. Charlie, 3 to 30 megahertz.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. What frequency range is referred to as HF? The correct answer is C. Charlie, 3 to 30 megahertz. Move on to see if we can find another. Okay. How many volts are equal to 1 kilowatt? Let's do that again. How many volts are equal to 1 kilovolt? A. 1/1000th of a volt. B. 100 volts. C. 1,000 volts. D. 1,000,000 volts. How many volts are equal to 1 kilovolt? A, 1/1000th of a volt. B, 100 volts. C, 1,000 volts. D, 1,000,000 volts. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9MED. C. Charlie?
You are correct, Mike, you are correct. How many volts are equal to 1 kilovolt? The correct answer, C. Charlie, 1,000 volts. 1 kilovolt equals 1,000 times 1 volt equals 1,000 volts. Ham radio license manual, page 2-2. Moving along here. Oh, baloney. I'm not going to, but okay. Oh, I read that. I recently read that question. I'm not reading it again. We'll find it here. Okay. How is a simple ammeter connected to a circuit? A, in series with the circuit. B, in parallel with the circuit. C, in quadrature with the circuit. D, in phase with the circuit. How is a simple ammeter connected to a circuit? A, in series with the circuit. B, in parallel with the circuit. C, in quadrature with the circuit. D, in phase with the circuit. Anybody correct to answer this question? This is Case 9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. I'll read this question one more time. How is a single ammeter connected to a circuit? A, in series with the circuit. B, in parallel with the circuit. C, in quadrature with the circuit. D, in phase with the circuit. Anybody have correct to answer this question?
KD9MED. Let's go with A, alpha series.
You are correct. You are correct. Now, just a minute. I sounded like there was another station trying to get in there. Other station, come back. There was somebody keying up, but it had some noise there in the background. But you are correct, Mike. How is a simple ammeter connected to a circuit? Correct answer is A, alpha, in series with the circuit. Ammeters are connected in series with a component or circuit to measure current. Okay. All right. What are the toughest questions in the tech, general, and extra Q&A? Your tower questions, of course. You new listeners, those of you who are going to be getting your first ham radio license, someday down the road, you're going to be involved in climbing a tower. You're either going to be climbing the tower itself or you're going to be part of a tower support crew. This question might put you over the top. And then when you come to Freeport and take your test next Saturday, this question might put you over the top as far as getting your license. Here we go. When should members of a tower work team wear a hard hat and safety glasses? A, at all times except when climbing the tower. B, at all times except when belted firmly to the tower. C, at all times when any work is being done on the tower. D, only when the tower exceeds 30 feet in height. When should members of a tower work team wear a hard hat and safety glasses? A, at all times except when climbing the tower. B, at all times except when belted firmly to the tower. C, at all times when any work is being done on the tower. D, only when the tower exceeds 30 feet in height. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay. I'm going to read this question one more time. Those of you who work on towers, climb towers, know the correct answer to this question by heart. When should members of a tower work team wear a hard hat and safety glasses? A, at all times except when climbing the tower. B, at all times except when belted firmly to the tower. C, at all times when any work is being done on the tower. D, only when the tower exceeds 30 feet in height. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
C, Charlie. At least I'd wear it all the time anyways.
You are correct, Rick. You are correct. Hooray! Now nobody can get on your case anymore. Good. You are correct. When should members of a tower work team wear a hard hat and safety glasses? Correct answer. C, Charlie. At all times when any work is being done on the tower. Starting with personal preparation. Both climbers and ground crew should wear appropriate protective gear anytime work is underway on the tower. Each member of the crew should wear a hard hat, goggles or safety glasses, and heavy-duty gloves suitable for working with ropes. If you are the climber, use an inspected and approved climbing harness or fall arrestor and work boots to protect the arches of your feet. Ham Radio License Manual, page 9-19. These tower questions sound repetition, but after what almost happened to Kurt K9MED last year, I feel it's very important that people know the answers to these questions, especially even if you've been at it for many years, or even if you're just starting out on the tower crew or what have you. So, okay, we don't want to have any silent keys take place because somebody fell off a tower and got killed. That's all there is to it. Okay, this concludes the technicians portion of Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. We'll do some more later on in a couple minutes. But before we do we have any more stations who'd like to check in? Please call now.
Evening, Jim. N9RPN.
Mel, N9RPN. Happy Thanksgiving. How you doing?
Doing well. Doing all right. Got a belly full. Don't got to worry about nothing no more. I'm full of food.
That is great. That is great. Glad your Thanksgiving went well. What do you have to be thankful for, Mel? That's the question I'm asking tonight. In addition to how your Thanksgiving went.
My Thanksgiving went well, so part of the family home. Other ones that couldn't get here is out of town, so everything went well.
Well, that's good to hear. Sorry your family couldn't make it, but that's the way it goes. What do you have to be thankful for other than your health?
Family and friends.
Okay, Mel, sounds good. Hey, thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. We'll definitely talk to you next week, especially on Wednesday during the swap net. I know you have that the next Wednesday. So thank you for checking in. Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you and everyone else. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, Thanksgiving's over, but I hope you had a good one.
Okay, well, it's over, but we're still in the holiday. We're still celebrating. We'll wait. We'll celebrate Christmas down the road. Right now, we're still thinking about Thanksgiving. Thank you for checking in, Mel. That's Mel, N9RPN. He's the trustee of the 147.390 repeater here in Freeport, PL 114.8 plus offset. He and I share the duties of net control of the Wednesday evening swap net, which meets every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. on that repeater. I ran the net this past Wednesday. He'll pick it up next Wednesday. Okay, any more stations want to check in? Please call now.
KC9GCR. This is KC9YI, Kilo Charlie 9 Yankee India, Scott and Monroe.
Hey, KC9YI, Scott Monroe. How you do? How you doing, Scott? How'd your day go this evening?
Well, we've had plenty to eat the last few days.
That's good, Scott. How did your Thanksgiving go yesterday?
Oh, real good, real good. Our friends came over and we had a real good meal and nice visit, and so it was a nice, enjoyable afternoon, and had some good food, and boy, that was good.
That's great, Scott. Brandon, K9LOA, and I went to the Semino's Little Italy restaurant here in Freeport yesterday. I'll tell you what, they had the Thanksgiving buffet. He had turkey and I had ham. I had the ham, the dressing, sweet potatoes, fruit salad, tall salad with Thousand Island dressing, summer pasta salad and potato salad, and for dessert I had the cherry pie with the filling on top, whipped cream on top.
Oh, cherry pie is one of my favorites, that's for sure. I like that better actually than pumpkin pie, but of course you almost have to eat some pumpkin pie this time of year, but even though we didn't, we had our guests brought it had almonds and cream filling. It was a cake. It was very, very good, but it wasn't pumpkin.
Well, that's good. I'm glad your Thanksgiving went well. And what I'm also asking the question: what do you have to be thankful for?
Oh, real good, Jim. Well, we've got a nice place to live, and I'm going to say I'm thankful to be able to have a hobby like this that you can get on the air and be able to talk to people, and so I'm thankful for the amateur radio, and like I say, we got a nice house here that we got heat and electricity and plenty of food. So anyway, a lot to be thankful for. Our living in a country where you have freedom and can do what you want, and opportunities for jobs and stuff. So it's hard to narrow it down to just one or two things, Jim.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I'm thankful for all of you guys who prayed for me and helped me out there with my recent battle with COVID-19. So the guys, one of the hands in Rockford, Terry K9MED first me with an HD that I could use. Well, you and I talked one time when I was in Belvedere when we were all on the Friday Night Fun Net. Larry K9KCT and Rick K9QDP who shared the dues as net control on this net when I was recovering from COVID down in Belvedere. But your thoughts and prayers, everybody's thoughts and prayers are greatly appreciated.
Well, we were all very concerned for you there, Jim. That COVID's nasty stuff.
That's for sure. I just got my booster shot this past Wednesday at Johnson booster shot at the Cub Foods of the pharmacy. So I'm fully vaccinated now.
Well, that's great. Yeah, they say that booster shot's supposed to really help your immunity to the disease. So I think it's good to get that booster.
That's for sure. Now on the news, they're talking about there's another variant originating in South Africa. President Biden has banned travelers from South Africa and the neighboring countries
in Africa. Well, they just don't want anybody coming here. So that's oh boy. What are you gonna do? It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever get over this thing. It's really easy to get depressed. I mean, we're all thinking that maybe finally get a handle on it, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. But it doesn't seem to be going that direction.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, Scott, I know you're not going to have a net this coming Sunday night, so I'll say thank you for checking in, and we'll definitely talk to you next Friday night. And thank you for checking in the Wednesday night swap net this past Wednesday. That was a pleasant surprise hearing you. Usually, I know you usually don't check in. Your call sign is your name and call sign is on our roster, but you don't usually check in. But that was sure, and I'm glad you did that this past Wednesday.
Yeah, you surprised me when you called my call sign there. I had forgotten that I was on the roster there. I think one time I was down in Freeport and I heard the net, and I think I checked in or something too when you were running it. But anyway, I'm glad that I caught it. I'll have to try to keep. Try to remember that a little bit more. Now that I'm not working and kind of retired, of course, certain nights I'm kind of preoccupied with other things. But anyway, now that I'm kind of retired, I have a little more time to get on the radio. So I'll have to try to remember that net there. So anyway, you guys, you have a good rest of the holiday, and we'll probably catch you next Friday night. KC9GCR. This is KC9YI.
Okay, Scott, sounds good. Thank you for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll catch you next Friday night. Okay. Any more stations want to check in? Please call now.
KD9QDP.
Well, hello, Rick. K9QDP. How you doing? How'd your Thanksgiving go yesterday?
Well, Thanksgiving went pretty good there. Pretty good. Just a little bit there to load up the plate one time, and that was it. And at that point, I call it quits. Of course, there's nibbling going on yet. 2 or 3, 4 days later, can't be avoided. But yeah, I just had enough there to load up the plate. Had a little bit of this, that, the other thing, and that was it.
That's great. That's great. I'm asking everybody, what do you have to be thankful for?
Oh, do you really want me to read off my list?
Well, you don't have, maybe 1 or 2 items. That'd be fine. You don't have to read the whole list.
Oh, well, let's just say I can't think of anything I wouldn't be thankful for.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I'm thankful for you guys. And during my praying for me and helping me out there during my recent battle with COVID. I thank you. I want to thank you and Larry K9KCT for assuming the duties of net control during the Friday night fun net this past May, over 6 months ago when I was battling COVID. At least I was able to. And thanks to Kerry K9MED for letting me borrow his HD so I can hear the net anyway. And thanks to everybody for all their thoughts and prayers.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean there. Yeah, it gets you kind of worried there how things are going to be conducted, when you're not able to do it there. So yeah, glad to pitch in there and help, and no problem. Speaking of helping run a net here. Tuesday night there, had a grand total of 18 on the roster for the 10-meter sideband net. And let me see, Wednesday night on the CW net, I think there was just the three of us there that were on that there. Started out with Larry there. Larry and I, we sat around here, I think, until about, I don't know. I think it was like about 10 minutes before 9 before it closed down the net there. Just jibber-jabbering away here. Of course, that's in Morse code. And as I was about to close down the net there, another station came in. Some guy up here northwest of me here has got a inverted V up about 25 feet. And you know who that was, don't you?
Yeah, I know for sure. That's for sure. Oh, yeah.
That was got up there in Monroe there, KC9YI. So, sat there and chatted with him there. Good to hear you out there, Scott, there on the CW net, if you're still out there listening. And, yeah, good. We had a little chit-chatting going back and forth there, you know. The antenna is set up and, you know, rig and all that. A little bit of an RST report. And so we had fun there, too. And then after talking with Scott there, I closed down on that. I think that was like about, something like 5 or 7 minutes after the hour. So Tuesday or Wednesday night, CW net there went for, about an hour and 7 minutes there, I would say, thereabouts.
This is K9GCR of the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater Robert transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. That is great. That's great that he checked in. He checked into our Wednesday evening swap net too this past Wednesday.
I think he was trying to check in earlier, but I couldn't quite pull out his call there out of the noise. But you know, later on there too, because I heard another station come in there, but I couldn't quite make them out there. A little bit of noise on the band. I don't know what it was. Interference from somewhere, but whatever it was, it dissipated there by the end of by the time Scott came in there once again. So I was able to hear him. So thanks for checking in there, Scott, if you're out there listening. Other than that, back to you there, Jimmy. KDC9GCR, KD9QDP.
Okay, let's see if by chance Scott is still on there. K9YI, Scott, are you on there? Did you hear that?
Yeah, it was nice to be able to check into one of Rick's nets there, and 40 meters must have just a little bit bigger ground wave or something, because I can hear him on 40, but and of course the CW, that makes it that's a little more efficient. Again, it gets through a little bit more. But I had a good copy on you there, Rick. Not bending the needle real much, but I could hear you solid copy. I actually heard about the net on Jimmy's. Jim mentioned about you running the CW net and what frequency it was on, and reminded me of that after I checked in on 2 meters here. Then that's when I went to call you, and as soon as you signed with Larry is the first time I tried to get in. So there might have been another station trying to get in there, Rick. But anyway, this is KC9YI.
That's possible too. Yeah, somebody else is probably trying to get in there too then. But I wasn't able to pull them out there. I'd go back through to them a couple of times there and just abbreviate again with a question mark there, and I never did hear him come back. So maybe it was somebody that had a drifting transmitter. Who knows?
Well, it might have been conditions too. Last night I think I was on. I worked surprisingly late in the evening. Station in Minnesota and then one in North Dakota. There was quite a bit of short skip last night. I don't know what it's doing tonight, but kind of unusual. You know, you get that a lot of times on 80, but well, I don't usually operate 40 that late in the evening. But anyway, I was kind of surprised to hear the short skip, you know, this time of night. This is KC9YI.
K9YI, KD9QDB. Oh, that reminds me, if you happen to be up late, you know, something like after 10 o'clock until about 2, maybe midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning there, hang around there on 40 meters there in the DX window portion there. DX does occasionally come in there, and last week there quite a few stations there.
Real good. Yeah. You kind of expect, you know, later in the evening that you would get something really long, but I was surprised to hear the shorter stuff. But yeah, with my inverted V. Now you're on a vertical. I suppose I get some vertical polarization. The inverted V is kind of a happy medium. It isn't really, I don't think, quite as horizontal as what a dipole would be. But anyway, like I say, I'm glad to hear you. You're definitely you know, solid copy and Q5 reception. So yeah, 40's been a good DX band too. But I don't know, with your vertical, you probably hear it a little better than I do. The inverted V does good on short skip, but it doesn't, you know, when it gets, I don't work a lot of DX with it. But anyway, we'll let Jimmy have his net back here, and you guys take care, and thanks for letting me in here. This is KC9YI.
Hey Scott, talk to you later. KC9YI, KD9QDB. I'm gonna step aside here too. Don't want to commandeer his net here tonight, so don't feel like it anyway. So back to you there, Jimmy. KC9GCR, KD9QDB.
Okay, hey Scott, and thank you for checking in. No, this is we're not a formal net. You guys want to write you anytime, you just go ahead. Nothing much happening here. The turnout's kind of a little bit getting slow anyway, so just write you anytime you want on this net. We're not a formal net. Also, Rick, just for information, I don't know if this would interest you or not, but Richard N9CO over in Belvedere, he said there's a Hambo in Itasca. No, he has a 72-foot crank up tower. He's got with all the different antennas, wiring, or what have you there. He's moving, and he wants to get rid of it. He just moved it from his house to his driveway. And if you want information, if you're interested in it, I'm just letting you know. If you're interested in having a 72-foot crank-up tower, I'll give you the phone number where you can get a hold of this guy.
Well, I think something like that is every ham operator's dream, but there's going to be a little bit of work involved in getting that thing down. Probably have to hire some professionals to do that. So at this point, I think I'm going to pass. but like I said, it's probably every ham operator's dream to have something like that. That's for sure. Yeah. Thanks anyway there, Jimmy.
You're welcome, Rick. And hey, thank you, and thank you for checking in. For the last few weeks, I put you down as an honorary check-in, and thank you for filling in for Kerry, KD9MED. I know he's taking a break from radio, but I know we'll hear from him. He'll get back on the air soon.
I'm sure he will too. I might surprise you one of these Friday nights here on the net and check in, or any other time. So yeah, we're still waiting for his wonderful voice to get out here and check in sometime. I don't know. He just might be out here listening too. You never know.
Yeah, that's for sure, that's for sure. Okay, Rick, thank you for checking in, and thank you for what you and Larry did for me this past spring there, about 6 months ago. And 773, have a good evening, and we'll definitely talk to you down the line.
Okie there, Jimmy. Yeah, I'll be listening around here. There's, I usually have one net here I check in on HF, but I don't seem to hear it tonight, so apparently the conditions aren't that good, so popped in here tonight there, so I'll be listening on the side here. KD9QDP.
We're still in Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. We're going to do the general portion, but before we do that, we have any more stations who want to check in this time? Please call now.
KC9CFL checking in.
KC9CFL. Good evening, Mike. How did your Thanksgiving go yesterday, and what do you have to be thankful for? That's the questions we're asking tonight.
Well, I have my family and friends to be thankful for, my job to be thankful for, this wonderful hobby I have, my new to me truck, and I had a great time yesterday. It was just me, my wife, my kids, and my mother-in-law and father-in-law came. We kept it kind of small this year, so it was really nice. KC9CFL, back to you, Jimmy.
This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Central to Freeport. That's great there, Mike. I had a good Thanksgiving. Brandon, K9LOA, and I went to the Semino's Little Italy restaurant here in Freeport. We had our Thanksgiving buffet. He had turkey, I had ham. I did the dressing, tossed salad with Thousand Island dressing, let's see, summer pasta salad, potato salad, biscuit, and for dessert I had cherry pie with whipped cream on.
That sounds awesome, Jimmy. Yeah, I always thought Thanksgiving was just, you spend it with friends or family, or friends at our family, or, that's what's important. So, thank you very much. Thank you for running the net. KC9 CFL out.
You're welcome, Mike, and thank you for checking in. I know you don't get to check in all the time, but when you do, it's always good to hear your voice. 7-3, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Hopefully we'll talk to you next Friday night. Okay, any more stations want to check into the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now. Okay, let's go ahead. We're still in the Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. Now we're going to move to the general portion. Alright. Hold on just a minute. Okay. Which of the following complies with good Hamster practice when choosing a frequency on which to initiate a call? A. Check to see if the channel is assigned to another station. B. Identify your station by transmitting your call sign at least 3 times. C. Follow the voluntary band plan for the operating mode you intend to use. D. All these choices are correct. Which of the following complies with good amateur practice when choosing a frequency on which you initiate a call? A. Check to see if the channel is assigned to another station. B. Identify your station by transmitting your call sign at least 3 times. C. Follow the voluntary band plan for the operating mode you intend to use. D. All these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9QDP.
Go ahead, Rick.
That would be D. All those choices. I was gonna say E, the one referring to, hey you out there, breaker, but I didn't hear that one, so it would be D.
Sorry, Rick. That ain't correct. You know, this question really should be on the technician's portion there. But yeah, I understand. But no, sorry, that's that's not correct. Hey, thank you for trying. Anybody else want to give it a try?
Well, the way I look at it right now, Jimmy, that's 1 point for me. See, I'm not counting the ones I'm getting correct. I'm counting the ones I'm getting wrong.
Okay. I'm going to read this question again. Which of the following complies with good amateur practice when choosing a frequency on which to initiate a call? A, check to see if the channel is assigned to another station. B, identify your station by transmitting your call sign at least three times. Anybody have correct answer? The detail is all these choices are correct. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay. Which of the following complies with good amateur practice when choosing a frequency on which you initiate a call? Correct answer, C, Charlie. Follow the voluntary band plan for the operating mode you intend to use. All right, we won't worry about the discussion. We'll find another one. Once again, I'm trying to avoid reading these same questions over again. It sounds a little bit ridiculous here. We'll find it. Okay. Which ionospheric layer is closest to the surface of Earth? A, the D layer. B, the E layer. C, the F1 layer. D, the F2 layer. Which ionospheric layer is closest to the surface of Earth? A, the D layer. B, the E layer. C, the F1 layer. D, the F2 layer. Anybody correct answer this question?
No takers. I'll say D, KD9QDP.
Let's not depend on one or two people to answer this question. I'm going to read this question one more time. Which ionospheric layer is closest to the surface of Earth? A, the D layer. B, the E layer. C, the F1 layer. D, the F2 layer. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9QDP.
Okay, Rick, go ahead.
It would be the D layer.
You are correct, Rick. You are correct. Which ionospheric layer is closest to the surface of Earth? Correct answer is A, alpha, the D layer. The D region of the ionosphere is the lowest, forming the D layer at a height of 30 to 60 miles. Because it is the lowest, it is also the densest, and its ionization disappears by dark. Central Class License Manual, page 8-2. This is K9GCR. I don't know what happened, folks, but for whatever reason, I was ended up on the digital side. So we'll do this. Oh boy. I'll tell you what. I'm going to. We're going to continue on with the trivia segment here. Now, if I can find what happened. Okay, without further ado, which of the following is an advantage of a receiver DSP IF filter as compared to an analog filter? A wider range of filter bandwidths and shapes can be created. B, fewer digital components are required. C, mixing products are greatly reduced. D, the DSP filter is much more effective at the VHF frequencies. Which of the following is an advantage of a receiver DSP IF filter as compared to an analog filter? A wide range of filter bandwidths and shapes can be created. B, fewer digital components are required. C, mixing products are greatly reduced. D, the DSP filter is much more effective at VHF frequencies. Does anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9MED, let's go with A alpha on that one.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. Which of the following is an advantage of a receiver, the DSP IF filter, as compared to an analog filter? Correct answer is A alpha. A wide range of filter bandwidths and shapes can be created. I'm going to skip. I'm not going to read that discussion. We're going to skip that one. Oh boy. Okay, this is going to be the last question of the night. Okay, which of the following describes one method of impedance matching between two AC circuits? A, insert an LC network between the two circuits. B, reduce the power output of the first circuit. C, increase the power output of the first circuit. D, insert a circulator between the two circuits. Which of the following describes one method of impedance matching between two AC circuits? A, insert an LC network between the two circuits. B, reduce the power output of the first circuit. C, increase the power output of the first circuit. D, insert a circulator between the two circuits. Anybody correct answer to this question?
Let's go with A alpha, KD9MED.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. Which of the following that describes one method of impedance matching between two AC circuits? Correct answer is A alpha. Insert an LC network between the two circuits. This concludes Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for this week. We'll do it again next week. Thanks to everybody for participating. At this time, are there any more stations you'd like to check in? Please call now. Okay. Let me get in about a couple minutes here. The Night Watch Net will be getting underway on the Chicago CFMC 443.750 repeater in Chicago. That SPL 114.8 plus offset. If you cannot get into that net runs 7 nights a week. If you cannot get into that repeater, they have you can get in there via Echo Link. Again, that's Night Watch Net. They'll be getting underway here in a couple minutes. The Lunch Bunch Net is held every day, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 12 noon and 1 p.m. A swap net is held at 12:30 p.m. It's on the 145.430 repeater in Downers Grove, Illinois. PL 107.2 minus offset. That's a W9DUP DuPage County repeater. Also, there is a Saturday night fun net which meets every Saturday evening at 9 p.m. on the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee. That is a PL of 127.3 minus offset. That has a lot more structure than this one. You got checking A through G, H through N, and so on and so forth. And some of the topics they talk about, I wouldn't even dream of mentioning. Although they did talk about Thanksgiving this past Saturday. Okay, the Greene County Aries races that meets every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. PL of 123.0 minus offset. Scott K9YI, who was on here a few minutes ago, is net control. There will not be a net this coming Sunday evening. Chuck, the EC in Greene County decided not to have a net this Sunday due to everybody's will be on their way home from Thanksgiving, so he decided that if anybody wants to use repeaters to rag you may do so. This is Case 9 GCR of the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net, Central and Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown, lockdown. That's what's going on in the Winnebago County Jail right now. Kerry, K9MED, was telling me he monitors all the different UHF and VHF frequencies. He monitors the Winnebago County Jail frequencies at exactly 10 o'clock every night. They say a lockdown, so all the cells are being locked down now, and the prisoners got to go to bed. Okay, continuing on with all the other nets in the area, the Big Thunder Amps Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. That has a PL of 100.0 plus offset. When I was in Belvedere, I had the pleasure of checking into that net. For whatever reason, I can't seem to get into that repeater from here anymore. So, okay. The Whiteside County Aries group holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on a 146.850 repeater in Sterling with a PL of 114.8 minus offset. Their antenna is about 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police District 1 radio tower, so you should not have any problem getting into there. So, okay. Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Here on this repeater, usually, it's a Monday night rah-rah info net. Larry, K9, KCT, and I share the duties of net control. He had 11 check-ins this past Monday night. Immediately following that net, there's code practice with Larry, K9, KCT, the king of CW. Thursday, no. Monday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon with a PL of 82.5 minus offset. The Lee County Aries group holds its Monday evening net. Let's see. And the Kishwaukee Amps Radio Club holds its Monday evening net at 8:30 p.m. on Mondays on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with a PL of 100.0 minus offset. One moment, please. it Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 147.195 repeater. We have the first of the two health and the tech nets. Let's see, Larry K9KCT. No, I take that back. Larry, H9GO is net control. Larry K9KCT filled in for H9GO this past Tuesday. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise and if they have any technical questions. The Thursday evening net is held at 7 p.m. on the same repeater in which I share the duties of net control. We did not have a net last night because of the Thanksgiving holiday. I thought, well, we would decide everybody would be there, not be in their radio, so I decided not to have a net. I'm also the net control of that net on Tuesday. So, okay. I'm watching the news on Channel 17. I see the Festival of Lights just got underway tonight. They're having a story on that there. Okay, well, I'm sure Rick K9QDP mentioned about his the North American Long Wires net at 8 p.m. on the 28.390 megahertz, 10 meters upper sideband. At 9 p.m., there is the Ogle County amateur radio net for Erie Skyward. That host that runs at 9 o'clock. It's on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon, PL 146.2 plus offset. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We had the Stevenson County Aries net. I'm the net control of that one. I think I had a total of 10 check-ins, or no, 6 check-ins. And immediately following that net at 8 p.m. on the same repeater, we have our Wednesday evening swamp net. Runs from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. to all traffic is handled. Mel K9RFD, the trustee of the 39 repeater, brings the amateur radio news line. 15-minute independent news broadcast of both entire to amateur radio or computers. He does a great job of it, too. And I had 11 check-ins this past Wednesday on SwapNet. The Greer Boyd Amateur Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Boyd, PL 123.0 minus offset. Okay, I already mentioned about the health and Thursday health and tech nets. And let's see. Also, the DeKalb County Aries net also holds its net at 7 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater at DeKalb, the PL 100.0 minus offset. Also, Chad, the W9AXD announced that he is moving his simplex net to, I believe it's going to be held at Monday evenings at 6:30 p.m. So it's on 146.400 simplex. And then that's a simplex net that he runs. Okay, on HF, you got the C-Now net. It runs from 1,400 to 1,500 hours, or 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. local time, on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with Chuck and WD9MED as your net control. Oh, I almost forgot. There it is. The Greer Boyd Amateur Radio Club holds its Tuesday evening net at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, has a PL of 123.0 minus offset. Okay, now you're all caught up on your local nets. Support your local nets, support your local net control operators, support your local repeaters. You're a member of any ham radio club to support your local clubs. Okay, are there any more stations who'd like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I'm going to do my honorary check-ins now. K9RFD. HC honorary check-ins. N9TAB. Tracy, his better half. HC honorary check-in. And we mustn't forget the Kitchwaukee River Yacht Club, south of Rockford. A9 Sugar Fox. HC honorary check-in. I called him on the phone last evening, wishing him happy Thanksgiving. He's doing good. He's sounding great. So, okay. All right. Okay. KD9LOA. HC honorary check-in. KD9OVJ. HC honorary check-in. Also put in a mic. AC9JZ. HC honorary check-in. I mustn't forget Kirk, KD9MED, the repeater chairman. KD9N. HC honorary check-in. And Jimmy. KC9GOL. HC honorary check-in. You know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what. I'm going to check it. He passed away yesterday. He's a silent key, but I'm going to put him down. W9DDL. HC honorary check-in and SK for a silent key. He passed away. Okay. Yeah, that was Doug Lenhart. W9AXD. We did a tribute to him earlier tonight at the beginning of the net. So okay, those are my honorary check-ins. Do we have any more stations who want to check in this time? Please call on. Okay, here's something that I forgot to do last week. Forgot to read the Hamster's code. The Hamster is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasures of others. The Hamster is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and the support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and the American Radio Relay League, to which Hamster Radio is represented. The Hamster is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. It is well-built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. The Hamster is friendly, slow and patient sending when requested, friendly advice and counsel to the beginner, kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the Hamster's spirit. The Hamster is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows us to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. The Hamster is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the Hamster's code. As Tony N9RB used to say, something to live by not only on the radio but throughout life itself. Okay, any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. You know what? Oh, goodness sake. I got check and carry. KD9MED. HC honorary check-in. And I don't know what happened to Dean, K9FLO, but I better put him down. Okay. K9 W9FLO, HC honorary check-in. The count overall stands at 36 check-ins. Are there any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on down.
KC9 GCF. This is Kilo Delta 9, Quebec Victor Echo, Greg in Beloit, Wisconsin.
KD9QVE, Greg, how you doing? You're checking number 37. How'd your Thanksgiving go?
Thanksgiving went real well. I mean, we kind of celebrated Thanksgiving about a week early because I had some family in town then, but I still had my parents come up, and you know, we had family here, so had a good meal. Not as big a one as the week before, but it was still a really good time. So, KD9QV.
That's great. That is great. That's wonderful. Yeah, I went along with Brandon K9LOE. Went to Little Semino's Little Italy restaurant. They had a Thanksgiving buffet. He had turkey and I had ham.
That sounds good. I like Semino's. My wife works over in Freeport sometimes, and I know she'll pick that up on the way home, and we'll eat it.
Oh, they got good pizza too. Of course, all the local bomb pop operations here, from like Semino's, Little Maria's, just around the corner from me, and then the Canovas. Those local mom and pop operations. You can't beat those places. They know their business. They're real Italian families, and they know how to prepare pizza and all that other stuff. Can't go wrong with it.
You know, Kilo Delta 9, Quebec Victor Bravo, I was talking to him, and we were talking about pizzas. I grew up in Rochelle, so we had like 3 main pizza restaurants down there, and they were, I mean, I think if you grew up in Rochelle, you really know what pizza is, because they were always fighting to make sure they made the best pizza, so it was really good.
I heard you talk. It was on. I don't know what morning it was, but I definitely heard that conversation. I think that was great. I really enjoyed listening to that conversation between you two.
I talk to him every once in a while. I can simplex with him. You know, if we both are not on. You know, if we're talking on our base stations there, but so he's pretty close to me. But yeah, he's a good guy. I like talking to him.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I should probably. He hasn't checked in so far tonight. I should put him down as an honorary check-in. So that sounds good. Well, and anyway, what do you have to be thankful for?
I'm going to say number one, my health, especially after what we went through the last couple of years here. I'm going to say my health for number one. You know, I mean, you know, the little downs, but nothing real bad for me, like some people have had. And you know, you know, I mean, if you keep the TV off, the year seems like it's getting better. So, you know, you keep focused on your family and you know, focused on God, and I think things, you know, can work out pretty well for a person.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg, I'm thankful for what you guys did for me at this facility in Belvedere, and I want to thank you for Kerry K9MED, Larry K9KZT, and Rick K9QDP. They're helping me. They're checking on me, and Kerry K9MED let me borrow his HD, and of course Larry and Rick did the net control for the Friday Night Fun Net in my absence. I thank you guys and thank all the ham radio operators for praying for me and keeping me in their thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, I'm thankful for you too, Jimmy, that you're here on the air again. It's sure nice listening to you on Friday nights, and I was glad for Rick and Larry that they kept the Friday Night Fun Net going so you got back too. So that is good. Thanks to those guys.
Well, they did such a good job. I made them my backup net control operators. Hopefully they won't I won't need their services, but I decided just to be on the safe side, I made both of them by backup net control operators.
those are good two guys to have. Both of them are pretty good characters, and they got good personalities, so they're a lot of fun to talk to and be around. I don't know if I hang out with them, but I hang out with them on the radio sometimes. So, KD9QVE.
Thanks a lot.
You bet. Larry does a great job with that CW practice there, too. Okay, Craig, hey, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll talk to you down the hall.
Thanks a lot. Hey, I heard QDP in there, so this is KD9QVE back to net.
Okay, go ahead.
I just heard Greg's remark there. Nice guys to hang out with on the radio, but I don't think I'd do it with them.
Is not at all what I meant.
Oh, okay. Then I'll retract my statement then.
You're fun to hang out with too, but usually it's the radio that we're on together. So, anyways, KD9QVE.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. To me, it's too far to drive to go up and see you anyway.
Well, when I try to find your house, I always have to wander around about 2 or 3 streets. And, oh, yeah, there it is. So I just keep looking for that big silver pole in the backyard.
Big silver pole in the backyard, huh? Okay.
For your antenna out there.
Yeah, well, it's going to be bigger next year. I'm extending it from, 43 feet to about 65 there.
I heard you talking about that. Yeah, you're talking to Dave, because Dave's thinking about getting something like that, and from Avon there. And, yeah, I heard you guys saying. So are you going to have to buy something new, or just an add-on type kit?
Well, I guess it'd be just an add-on type kit there. It's going to involve 11 sections, and I think it was 6 feet long each. So when they're fully extended, it'll bring it up to about 64, 65 feet, thereabouts somewhere.
I'll be able to see that from my house, I think. So I'll have no problem finding it then.
Well, once I get that big beacon light up on top there, yeah, they'll be able to see it for miles around. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you might need it. You got a little airport not too far away. You might need it.
I don't think so.
Is there a little airport across from the high school?
That would be the Cottonwood Airport. Yeah, it's a little private airport there. Just a little single-engine planes there that take off, and some, what do they call them, ultralights take off there on occasion, too.
Okay, yeah, I see that little, they got that little jet on top of the sign there and stuff, but I never paid much attention. So, anyways, I'm going to KD9QVE. I'll go back to the net. It's nice talking to you, Rick.
Okay, yeah, that little jet's a thing in Alter that used to be mine. I used to use that for traveling, but I gave that up and gave them the jet.
I have to ask, was it a Gulfstream, or was it I forget the other one?
You were close. It was a modified golf cart.
That's perfect. That's about the type of jet I'd get, too. So I feel safer that way.
Okay, I'll let you get back to Jimmy there. KD9QDP.
Okay, 7-3, you guys. That's Greg and Rick, always a pleasure you checking in there. Okay, now I've got down to Brian, K9QVB Bravo is checking number 38. So, okay, any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, I want to thank, let's see, Larry, H9GO, the outgoing rah-rah board president, Kurt KD9MED, the repeater chairman. Let's see, members of the rah-rah board of trustees, board of directors for allow me to use this repeater to host Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to run down the list of stations rejected so far. N9GBP, H9GO, H9NW, A9VU, K9ZIP, K9KZT, the King of CW, W9JTC, KD9QD, K9QBW, Angelo, K9MED, Mike, he's recording this net and streamlining it around the world on the internet, live streaming, I should say. And KF9SD, Van Warren, checked on via the internet. He's going through Mike, K9MED, K9SBA, AC9, 89JF, K9RGG, Norman, K9GEY. KD9HKX, N9ZO. Richard, Justin, K9FEO, checking the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. Al, K9EPZ, AE9YE, myself, K9G Net Control, WX9RLT, N9RPN, Mel, the trustee of the 3-9 repeater, K9YI, Scott Monroe, K9QDP, Rick, K9CFL, Mike. These are my honorary check-ins. N9ARB, N9TAB, AE9SF, K9LOA, K9OBJ, H9JZ, KE9N, K9GOL, our late Doug Lenhart, W9DDL, honorary check-in silent key, K9MAP, honorary check-in, K9FLO, KD9QVE, Greg, and KD9QVB. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 33, 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. 38 check-ins overall. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, sure you're supposed to tell your mothers, your fathers, and sons or daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews. Be sure you tell your grandparents, your in-laws, and be sure you tell your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell your new car dealer, your used car dealer. Be sure you tell your bank president when you go to the post office to buy a stamp. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter. Be sure you tell your clerk behind the checkout counter of your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the checkout counter of your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, waitresses, or bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, at the taverns. Be sure you tell your used car dealer, your new car dealer. Be sure to tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell the members of your priest, your minister, your rabbi, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. The board check-ins to bear the net, make sure you have a valid FCC license before you check in. We do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you raise your fist or take a knee at a sporting event, we don't take your check-ins. If you burn the flag, We don't take your check-ins. If you don't pack the bull, we don't take your check-ins. That's all there is to it. Okay, I want to thank everybody for checking in. It was a great Thanksgiving net. That was your, let's see. It was a great time. Thank you for sharing your memories of your thoughts about Thanksgiving. If you guys have an early Thanksgiving or late Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow, sit down to your turkey, goose, or duck, whatever it is you have. Please remember what this holiday is all about and why we celebrate this holiday. It's for all the thanks for things to give thanks for the things we have in this country, and for me personally, thanks for everybody, my good health, and for everybody who helped me out while I was recovering, ham radio operators and what have you. Okay, with that, this is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region with route traffic. Please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Okay, tune in again next week, same time, same repeater, we hope, for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR. Now closing down this special Thanksgiving edition of the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, November 26, 2021, and returning the repeater to the frequency normal Hamster radio use. At exactly 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, let's see. That would be 4 hours, 30 minutes Zulu time with a grand total of 38 check-ins. This net is now closed. The repeater is now open for normal Hamster radio use. 7-3s, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to all, and to all a good night. This is K9GCR. 7-3s to all. K9MED, K9MED, K9GCR.
KD9MED.
Okay, the net closed down at exactly 10:30 p.m., 2 hour, 30-minute net. The count stands at 38 check-ins overall. Go ahead and post.
Copy that, KD9MED. I'm going to be cutting off the live stream here.
7-3, thank you for all you do. K9GCR, I'll be clear. Happy Thanksgiving. Good night.
KD9MED, clear.